Reach, relevance, and rise. The content marketing talk between Asia and Europe. My name is Karsten Lohmeyer. Today I'm talking with my colleague Christian in Vietnam about digital content marketing and the role of content in marketing. And Christian, I'm Mr. Content. I used to be a journalist, so content is very important for me. And what are you?
I'm the advertising guy. So
you're Mr. Marketing.
Well, marketing in general, right? Digital marketing. So it's all about the reach, I would say, in our context here. However, I learn about content, so I'm glad that we have this conversation today.
Actually, I think the content is the most important thing, because in digital marketing, we're talking a lot about digital stuff, about having the right tools. But after all, the most important tool, in my opinion, is content, because content is the thing the people are interacting. It's where you get the relevance out of your reach.
That is true. However, if nobody finds your content or gets not alerted about the content, then all your good content is unheard of.
So you're saying just take money, throw it at the customer and say, here, watch my content. You have to watch my content. You read my content.
Not throw the money at the customer, throw it at the publishers first, right? Google and Facebook.
But, okay. Oh, so you save the publishers.
Well, so publishers is for me really in a very broad sense, right? That's the content related publishers from your journalism background, but that's a publisher for me is also just a display ad inside the mobile application, for example. So the mobile application, maybe it a game or just a weather app or something, becomes a publisher too. So publisher in my world is a very generic term. To find the right channel, I would say, the right way to reach the customer with the right message, and ideally at the right time and the right place.
But you still need the right content for that, because just reaching the customer is
I get the content from my advertiser. I have a creative, I have a nice text, I have probably also call to action. So that's my content.
My content is the one you get when you click on those ads, and I think that's really important, because my experience when I buy traffic too, if I have the wrong content on my landing page or the page where I link the traffic to, the relevance is very, very bad, because you get a high bounce rate. People don't engage with the content. They're a little bit shocked because they clicked on that blinking banner, on the native ad, whatever, come to my page. And when I did my job wrong, they're disappointed. They bounce. They have a bad experience with the brand.
But wait a second. So even before that, right? So people, let's say they click on the ad, be it native or not, but it's already key element how this page is built, and not only what the content is on there, right? Is the color red or green? Is the video at the right position? So I think there's way more than just the content itself, right? It's also how you present it. It's very important. You spoke about bounce rate and stuff. So people who don't click accidentally on ad, but they click purposely and consciously on an ad, of course they want to then know more, and they want to get the right presentation of the content and the content, I would say.
Talking about user experience, technology, the combination, getting the right interactive page in a landing page world, where you get a very high CTR, a very high conversion rate. Yes?
Let's take one step back. It's all about your KPI, what you want to achieve. Yeah, the strategy really in the digital world. I think we should look at the personas as well. So what is called, right? So the definition of the ideal target customer, to model that in a way, which I guess you need for your content development as well. But it's also very important for me to know how is this persona looking like, to know which advertising channels I should use, which formats I should use, which time I should use. In the location-based advertising world, we look even at demographics for targeting specific areas of a city, where we would assume people with a certain income level are living. So we have to know first what's the KPI, what's the persona I would like to reach, and then I can derive from that my strategy and execution on how the ads look like, how the landing page looks like, in order to achieve my KPI.
In content marketing, you don't think so much about landing pages. You think about content, you think about content worlds, and you think about the whole funnel from first awareness until the end sales and even after sales. So content marketing is about building up trust and converting this paid traffic you get, because I'm not against paid traffic. I'm against bad paid traffic. I'm for strategic buying of traffic to get the right people to interact with my content and converting them not only into customers but into trusted friends and into a community who will come back.
True that, but then look at from a different angle as well. Performance digital marketing, right? Let's say you have a new game, casual game. You know exact the customer lifetime value once you have a person downloading, installing, and playing your game. And then you can do the math. Yeah? If the customer lifetime value is, let's say, $50 from a successful gamer, or successful, I mean the average customer lifetime value in your game, anything you spend below $50 is your profit. So then you don't care. You just try to get the reach in order to get people to download and play your game.
I would say you get the reach and the relevance, because if you get my grandmother, if you reach my grandmother, you wouldn't get her to buy your game. So it's about getting the relevant traffic. It's about the personas you said, and then giving them what they need, what they expect when they're clicking on the ad. And
so, totally agree. Yeah. So I mean, it's so relevant ad traffic is absolutely right. So I wouldn't want to reach people with my ads who are non-gamers, who are very unlikely to convert. But again, I compare probably the $50 of the lifetime value with the average acquisition cost per user. So that's what I have to balance out, right? But again, if it's the right reach with the right relevant ads, and I do make a profit from it at the end, anything beyond, at least the game developer doesn't care that much.
Actually, I think it all comes down to strategy. It comes, and strategy means knowing exactly who to reach and knowing exactly what you want them to do. What is the desired action? What are your KPIs? And for example, could be buying a game, and knowing your numbers, knowing your return on investment, knowing your breakpoints, and then after that, defining your personas, your platforms where you reach them. So to know where you reach the gamers is very important, and then to execute the strategy. And after that, you really need to have the right content. And I think that's where we come together. That's why we're talking about reach, relevance.
So I agree. I would add, don't forget the SEO element, because you want to have that organic reach you were talking about. So I think the good content you're doing needs to be backed up with that. So, and even though I come from the advertising world, I see the three pillars of like the paid search, so the paid advertising, the SEO, which is technical and also like content heavy, but then the content pillar in the middle, and it has all to be, as I said, connected with the strategy. So we definitely have to work together on the personas, on the strategy, on the KPIs with our client. And then from there, we can really start building the right execution.
So my suggestion would be that we talk about SEO in our next talk. And that everyone who liked this talk now and has some questions, some remarks, can comment it. If you really liked it, you can share it, and you can also subscribe our channel on YouTube.
Let us know what you want to learn more about, and we look forward to our next Reach, Relevance, and Rise talk.